Hello friends, in the previous videos we discussed the merge sort and the quick sort processes. Both of them were the divide and conquer processes, right? So in this video we would discuss the count sort. So as you can see we are given a list 1, 4, 1, 2, 7, 5, 2 and along with that we are given a range 0 to 9. So this would be as our array 1. Now in the count sort we will make array 2. As you can see we are given a range of 0 to 9, so we would make an array of that size 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. You simply have to make an array 2. We will count. Using this we have to simply count how many times this number is repeating in the array number 1. So do we have any 0 in the array 1? No. So it would come 0, right? Afterwards we will see that how many times 1 is repeating in the array 1. It's 2 times. Then we would check for 2. It's also repeating 2 times. Do we have any 3? No. 1, yes. 5, 1 time. Do we have 6? No. 0, 1 time. 8, no. 0 and 9 as 0 times. So how are we gonna add them? We are not gonna add them as 0, 0, 1, 1 and 2, 3. We have to add every number with its previous number. So there is no previous for this. So it would come same as 0, right? Adding 0 plus 2, these two, we would get 2. The next 2, 2 plus 2, 4. 4 plus 0, 4, 4 plus 1, we would get 5, 5 plus 1, 6, 6 plus 0, 6, 6 plus 1, 7, 7 plus 0, 7 and 7 plus 0, 7. So this is how you have to make the array number 2 in the count sort. Now let's make the array number 3. So what would be the size of the array number 3? The highest digit or the element you are having in the array number 2 would be the size of the array number 3. So here we are having the highest or the largest element 7. So it would be the size of our array number 3. So I'm gonna make it here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So this would be the size of our array number 3. Let me mention it as A3, and this will be our actual result also, right? The sorted result. So now again move to the array number 1. We are having the one element over here. So the element here would become the index of the array number 2 and the value of that would become the index of the array number 3. So here we are having 1. This value would become the index here. The value here is 2 and this would become the index of the array number 3. So place 1 here. Once you placed it, decrement it by 1, right? You have to minus 1 after placing the value. Now 4 here, this would become the index of the array 2. Here we are having the value 5. This would become the index of the array 3. So place 4 here, right? And you have to decrement it by 1. So this would become 4, right? So the next element is 1. this would become, in 1 we are having the 1, so this would become, 1 would become the index, so here it would place in the first index. Again, after placing the value decremented by 1, so this would become 0. Now 2, this 2 would become the index. Here we are having the 4, this would become the index, so we have to place it at fourth index and decrement it by 1, right? So now again moving to the 7, so at the 7 value would become the index. Here we are having 7 value equal to index, and at the 7th index we will have 7, right? Now we are having the value 5 in the array 1, this would become the index 5. In the array 2 we have the value 6. Sorry, we haven't decrement the previous one, so first decrement it, this would become 6, right? So we were checking for the 5 value, so this would become the index. At the 5th index of the array 2 we are having 6, so at the 6th index in the array 3 we will place the value element 5, right, and decrement it by 1. So after this we are left with the 2 element in the array 1, so the 2 element will become the index 2. At the index 2 we are having the value 3, so the value 3 will become the index of the array 3, so we would place array 2 here, so and we will decrement it by 1. So you can see that this is our sorted array now using the count sort. It was a very simple, it's a bit tricky, but if you take a look at it very carefully, it's very simple. So now let me rewrite the array 2 after all the modification to 4, again 4, 5, 6, 6, this is also 7 and 7, right? So this is our array 1, this is array 2, and this is the sorted, the final result of our array 3 or A3. Using the count sort we have sorted the array or the list of the elements. As you can see here, we were given the list of the elements, we named it as array 1. After that we were given the range. If we are not given the range, we have to make an array 2 of the size of the highest element in that list. If the range was not given here, we were going to take it as the size of 7, right? Afterwards we counted the elements and write the numbers here, and then we added them, not as we do in the simple mathematic, but the previous value, but the value with its previous value, and then get the results as array 2. Then to make an array 3 we have to take size from the array 2. The highest element would become the size of the array 3, that was 7. Then we, in order to count sort the list, you have to go to the array 1, the value would become the index of the array 2, and the value lying at that index would become the index of the array 3, and so on. We sorted the list in this way. You can see here, this is our sorted list, the final result using the count sort, right? Hope so you have understood whatever we have told you, or whatever you would write, we can understand that. Thank you very much.